Welcome to this explainer. I'm honestly so thrilled you're here with us today because, well, we're tackling a problem that pretty much everyone faces, but practically no one knows how to actually fix. We are going to design a completely foolproof banking system to stop your money from just mysteriously disappearing. So, if you are incredibly tired of wondering where your paycheck went at the end of the month, you are in exactly the right place. Let's build this system from the ground up.
Okay, so picture this. It's just a random Tuesday night. You open up your banking app to quickly check something, and suddenly your stomach just kind of drops. Your balance is way lower than you expected. You start scrolling through the recent transactions, and what do you actually see? Well, there's a $12 lunch here, $18 for takeout there, a $7 coffee, and a $25 Amazon purchase you barely even remember clicking on. And you're just sitting there, staring at your phone, asking yourself the ultimate question. Wait, where did all my money actually go? Because you didn't buy anything crazy, no luxury watch, no lavish weekend vacation, just normal, everyday stuff. And yet, poof, the money just evaporated. Look, if that scenario hits a little too close to home, please know you are absolutely not alone. Check out this number. According to data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average household spends over $3,400 per year on dining out alone. Just take a second and really think about that. To put that into perspective, that's almost $10 a day, every single day, just silently leaking right out of your bank account. And the truly crazy part about all of this, most people don't even realize they're doing it until the money is already completely gone.
Now, most people look at those random purchases and immediately blame themselves, right? They assume their spending problem is entirely about a lack of discipline. They tell themselves, oh, I just need more self-control. But I really want to reassure you right now, the issue is not a lack of discipline. Actually, scratch that. It has almost nothing to do with discipline. The real problem, it's your traditional one-account banking setup. It is fundamentally flawed, and quite frankly, it makes it almost impossible to manage your spending effectively.
Section 1. The one-account trap and the psychological danger behind it.
Let's dive right into this. Most people use one main bank account for absolutely everything. Your paychecks, your rent, groceries, late-night shopping, it all goes in and out of one bucket. To really understand why this is so dangerous, let's just walk through the math together. Think about that top line. You open your app and your brain sees a big balance of $2,000. Instantly, your brain goes, nice, I've got $2,000, I'm doing great. But look at what your brain completely fails to calculate in that split second. $1,200 is already spoken for by rent, $200 for utilities, $300 for groceries, $150 for transportation. Guys, that is $1,850 in committed bills. If you look at what's left, your actual true spending power is only $150. But because you saw that big $2,000 right at the top, it felt like you had way more. That psychological illusion is exactly where things start going off the rails.
Section 2. The psychology of spending and mental accounting. So why do our brains fail so spectacularly at this? Well, the core issue is pretty simple. Humans are just fundamentally terrible at mental accounting. Behavioral economists like Richard Thaler, who actually won the Nobel Prize for his incredible work on this exact topic, have found that people desperately struggle to mentally separate their money. If all your cash is just sitting there in one single pool, your brain treats it like one giant pile of spending money. Trying to mentally subtract your future rent and your utility bills every single time you buy a coffee, it requires constant mental math. And honestly, mental math is totally exhausting. Our brains take shortcuts to save energy, and those shortcuts lead directly to overspending.
And here's where it gets even worse. It's when this mental exhaustion collides with modern technology. Enter what we call frictionless spending. This is the act of purchasing with zero resistance. Think about how modern banking actually works today. It's dangerously easy. You tap your card, you tap your phone, you double-click Buy Now with your thumb. Boom, done. There is literally zero friction. And when spending becomes this incredibly frictionless, your exhausted brain completely stops evaluating whether you should actually be making that purchase. You don't think, you just buy.
Let's use a really simple analogy about environmental design. Imagine a bowl of candy sitting right on your desk, right next to your keyboard. You are absolutely going to eat more candy throughout the day, right? But if that exact same bowl of candy is hidden away in a cupboard all the way across the room, you'll eat way less. You're the exact same person, it's the exact same candy, but the environment is different. Money works the exact same way. When temptation isn't removed and your money is just sitting right there in one account, easily accessible with a quick tap, you're going to spend it.
Section 3. The two-account system. Let's fix your environment.
We are going to fix your environment by implementing a brilliant, ridiculously low-effort strategy that simply removes the temptation altogether.
This is a real game changer. You are literally splitting your financial life in two. Account number one is your bills account. This has one job and one job only, covering fixed expenses, your rent, your mortgage, utilities, subscriptions. And here's the absolute golden rule for this account: no debit card. None. You do not touch this for daily purchases. Then you have account number two, which is your spending account. This is your guilt-free, flexible money for groceries, eating out, and just having fun. And it comes with a very clear, hard limit.
Let's break down the math just to show you exactly how elegant this really is. Let's say you're bringing in $3,000 a month. Your fixed bills, rent, internet, insurance, they add up to $1,700. Out of the remaining money, let's say $400 goes to savings and $300 to investing. That's the $700 chunk right there. So what's left? Exactly $600. That $600 is exactly what goes into your spending account.
And here is the true, absolute power of this system. Your new reality is simply $600. That's it. When you're standing in line at the coffee shop and you open your banking app, it doesn't say $3,000, it doesn't say $2,000, it says exactly what you can actually spend: $600. There's no guessing anymore, there are no mental shortcuts to take, there are absolutely no calculations required. It's just the raw, unavoidable reality of your actual spending limit.
Aside from just fixing the math, the emotional benefits of setting things up this way are absolutely massive. Because your bills are automatically handled and pre-funded in that first account, you never have to panic when rent comes due. When your 6-month auto insurance hits, it doesn't feel like this sudden surprise attack, because the money was literally already sitting there waiting for it. This leads to massively reduced financial stress. It basically replaces that constant, low-level panic with something most people rarely experience when it comes to their money: a total, absolute feeling of control.
Section 4, set up in 10 minutes, fast and actionable. So how do we actually make this a reality for you? I want to encourage you right now, you can execute this immediately. Let's vigorously walk through these 4 ridiculously simple steps. Step 1, open a second checking account. Most banks will literally let you do this online in about 3 minutes. Step 2, rename the accounts. Go into your app settings and actually type the words bills and spending so your brain knows their exact purpose. Step 3, calculate your fixed monthly expenses so you know your magic number. And step 4, set up an automatic transfer for every payday. Your bills money goes straight to the bills account and the rest goes to spending. That is the whole shebang. No complicated budgeting apps to download, no spreadsheets, no tracking every single latte you buy.
If you take absolutely nothing else away from our time together today, remember this core thesis. Standard personal finance advice always yells at you to just spend less and have more discipline. But willpower is fundamentally unreliable. We get tired, we get stressed, we give in. Systems, on the other hand, are not unreliable. They don't get tired. The two-account system works so beautifully because it finally aligns with how human psychology actually functions, rather than constantly trying to fight against it.
So I want to leave you with this somewhat provocative thought. Will you take just 10 minutes today to change the way you think about money forever? The best financial systems in the entire world are always the simplest ones, and you now have the exact blueprint to build yours. If you found this explainer helpful and you're finally ready to stop that spending leak, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into structured, smart decision-making. Thank you so much.